Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for the weekend of November 8th, 9th, and 10th, 2013. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, we've got Mercury going direct this weekend, so there's a lot to pay attention to. Not only is Mercury going direct, that is going to switch this Mercury retrograde energy into accessing our minds and our deeper truth. Mercury will trine Neptune this weekend, which will add a spiritual message that I believe comes this weekend. But we do have to go through quite a lot with the moon, as the moon is going to be in Capricorn, slip into Aquarius, so we could step into this weekend a little sluggish, kind of feeling, very work-oriented, very kind of intense, as we have gone through a Sun-Saturn conjunction. We have gone through a Jupiter retrograde. There's this somber kind of look on life. And we step into this weekend kind of like, okay, here's the weekend. What's interesting is the moon will slip into Aquarius coming later into the night and will spark a little bit of curiosity. And I think what the spark is a detachment. A detachment from maybe so much of this inner work we've been doing. This moon in Aquarius is really like ready to say, screw it. I'm ready to just go connect to what I want to, do what I want, peace out of the situation, do something different. I'm sick of the work. I'm sick of, maybe feeling this way. And I think that we step into this weekend kind of in that energy, especially as the Mercury's retrograding stopped, Neptune's pretty much stopped in Pisces, our connection to the universe is a little off, and we're kind of like left alone. The energy is kind of like feeling like, okay, you're in this corner alone, or okay, you're over here alone, or, it doesn't matter if you're around people, around situations, there's this inner weird world we've been stuck in and dealing with, and this weekend gives us the kind of way to say, screw it, fuck it, let's go, let's disconnect, let's try something different, let's do something different, let's disconnect from all this work. The Aquarius energy really is the screw it, rebel energy. And when it squares Scorpio, it's not happy, because Scorpio energy wants investment and it wants every bit of your energy, where the classic story of an Aquarius is like, let me just give you the amount of energy I want and then I'm going to peace out over here. It's like, uh-oh. And I think this weekend we learn a good lesson. By us learning to detach our energy, we can actually, in some really weird, twisted way that the universe is playing with us, start to see more of how we can access our truth, more of what we need to invest our energy into. And it kind of, by us detaching, kind of gives us a satellite view into what we've been going through in our lives. So I think this is a good weekend of a big spiritual message. I think this is a good weekend for you to kind of say screw it a little bit. Now, it could cause some problems, because if you're living too far away from your truth, this could be a weekend where you do something crazy that maybe you didn't mean to. So stay within your limitations. Remember, we're still in the area of Saturn. The moon is going to square Saturn. So I think it's important for us to not say screw it too much and to pay attention to what the message is. This is also interesting that the moon will slip into Pisces that Sunday. As we're stepping into all this, it will come over Neptune, which is our spiritual connection. And this is going to be the time that the moon steps over Neptune for us to understand this last stationary retrograde motion of what it's like to feel, a harder than ever, I think, way to connect to spirit and find this connection, which, we've been so embedded in this reality, making all the little nooks and crannies and being so embedded in it and figuring all these little things out. I mean, it could get overwhelming a little bit. And I think that we need to learn to kind of detach, relax, and go with the flow this weekend, because next week is going to be a wonderful week. Once Mercury goes direct Sunday too, you're going to see this week that things start to pick up in our lives. We're going to start to understand more of how to step into this truth. And I think it is this signal this weekend that is one of the last signals of us kind of transferring a lot of energy. It will be this week coming up when Neptune goes direct, Chiron's about to come direct, that we're finally kind of lights are turning on back in the spaceship. The reality is not going to turn off like it could feel like it's about to turn off. This weird feeling, this weird, watch your attitudes. As the moon is going to square Mercury as it comes in Friday night, you might not understand what's going on a little bit. Maybe there's a little, fear-based energy going on. Maybe your fears are all based off your emotions feeling something and your mind doesn't know how to happen or handle it. It's a weird, twisted kind of a weekend, so go with it. Go with the flow. Learn to detach. If you're frustrated, learn to detach, but also at the same time, make sure you're still anchored in your truth. Have a leash on yourself this weekend. So I hope that helps because we're all leading towards a big week. If you want to go deeper into this, check out the November webinar. It is for sale now on my website, inclusiveastrology.com. And if you want to book a one-on-one reading with me, I've got readings set up for next week on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. So if you have any questions or if you want to book a reading, check in now at inclusiveastrology.com. Thank you guys for all of your support, and I will see you with Mercury Direct on Monday.